So, do you have health insurance? I did. I used to pay, prior to 2009, I paid, I don't know, $130 a paycheck, $260 a month to cover me and my family. And it went up to ultimately when I canceled it, and I believe it was 2014 when I finally became uninsured. I was paying, well, they wanted me to pay $386 a paycheck. I obviously can't afford $750 a month. So I canceled, and I went on the Obamacare. Now, this is how it was. I had to pay like, I don't know, it was $150 a month or whatever it was. And then I had a $2,200 per person deductible. So basically $10,000 a year I'm paying for out of my own pocket, in addition to paying, another $2,000 a month or whatever it came out to be for my monthly premiums or my monthly insurance plan, the payments. So what's the point if I'm effectively going to be paying for every dollar that I use on healthcare? Why pay the monthly premium? So I opted to drop the stupid insurance, and then if I need to go to the doctor, just pay for it and cross my fingers nothing bad happens. Because honestly, even if something bad did happen, I wouldn't be able to afford the deductible. I don't have $2,000 lying around for one person, let alone all four of us. It's utterly ridiculous. Look I'm going to tell you how to fix healthcare. This is just sit down with a pen, as this is extremely complicated and really long. Repeal the bill. And if you want to help people with pre-existing conditions, just fucking set aside $1 billion a year to help people with pre-existing conditions. A fucking charity fund. Allow people on their taxes to write off up to like $3,000 a year for money that'll just go specifically to helping people with cancer or the uninsurable. And that's it. Allow them to write off 100% of whatever they donate up to X. That's it. Problem solved. Let the normal free markets take back over. Allow competition between pharmaceutical companies all over the place, insurance companies, and then just work on a way to drop prices in the pharmaceutical industry. How would you do that? I have no idea. I'm sure the wizards are smart and think of something. There's ways to lower prices, just to increase competition. Maybe the government can offer some kind of subsidy for new companies to start up. I don't know, tax breaks if you're going to start a new pharmaceutical research company or development company. Something. Do something. But mark my words, this Obamacare ain't going nowhere. I've said this for a long time. They're not going to repeal it. By they, I mean the Republicans, the politicians. Because they don't want to repeal it. Because then they're seen as making millions of people lose their health care. Well, let me tell you something. All you squishy Republicans that are afraid of costing people their insurance, it's already happened. I had insurance for my entire life until they passed Obamacare. And within 4 years, I was forced out of it. I was forced into some shoddy covered California bullshit that wasn't even worth paying for because I had to pay for every cent that I used. Because my deductible was more than I could afford on my meager lower middle class salary. You people make me sick. Get over yourselves and do what's right for the people for once. And do I feel, you know what? I'm sure that there will be some lower end people that are kicked off of coverage. But you know how I feel about that? Do they care that I lost my coverage? They got free coverage and I lost mine. They don't give a shit about mine, so why should I give a shit about theirs? I don't care how many of them there are. Go get a fucking job. My insurance was $136 a paycheck. 2 Taco Bell jobs will cover that. For crying out loud. I don't make a lot of money, okay? You can afford a healthcare policy with a low deductible, what you used to be able to afford, on a low salary. You don't have to have a lot of money. We were paying $250 a freaking month. It was doable. Sure, it was a little, maybe we had to sacrifice some money out of our grocery budget. We don't go out. We can't go to movies. We didn't have a new car. Fine. We accept those things. So, no, I don't feel bad for any amount of people that will lose their coverage if Obamacare is repealed. Because they don't feel bad for me. As a matter of fact, they downplay me. I don't exist. Oh, I don't matter, is essentially what they're saying. I'm not out there. There's not millions of people just like me who can't even afford to use their insurance. Pay for a monthly premium all year long and then have to pay for every medical expense you use. Because let's face it, the average person isn't going to use $2,000 of medical coverage a year. I don't. There's no fucking way. Not a snowball chance in hell do I use $2,000 in medical, unless I got hurt or had some kind of an accident. And I mean, for crying out loud, I could pick up a catastrophic coverage plan for probably $50 to $80 a month to cover that kind of shit. This is a joke. Repeal the fucking thing and stop making excuses. It's time we fucking burn this motherfucker down. And I'm talking about the bill. Burn it. Call your congressman or woman, your state senator, over and over and over again. Tell them to piss off. We don't want this fucking thing. And if they don't outright repeal it, we're going to repeal them. Hope you guys have a good day. I'm out.